Hi, can you guess who I am? I speak Spanish. I know how to ripstick. I really looked up to Mia Hamm growing up. My dog's name is Elle after Elle Woods from Legally Blonde, and my name means star in Nepali.
Thank you for joining us today, everybody. We are here with Tara Adhikari of Principia College. Tara, first of all, I just want to learn a little bit more about where your name came from, if you can tell everybody.
Yes, so my name, as I mentioned, means star in Nepali, and my dad is from Nepal. So all my siblings and I, we have names that are Nepali. My sister's name is Shanti, which means peace, and my brother's name is Anand, which means contentment.
Have you had a chance to go and visit Nepal at all?
I have not. I hope to go someday.
I do know one of the places you did visit was this past winter. You went to Guatemala for a study abroad. Can you tell everybody a little bit about your time over there?
Yes, so I did a Spanish language course there at a Spanish language school for a month over winter break, and did a homestay while I was there, and just really enjoyed the chance to be immersed in the language. It was my first time going to a Spanish-speaking country, and after having studied the language for 8 years, it was amazing to be able to put it into practice every day.
Speaking a little bit about athletics now, can you tell everybody why you wanted to continue playing in college?
Yes, so sports, I started when I was really young. They've always been a chance for me to have balance in my life. I always have kind of prioritized academics and my work, my schoolwork. And so athletics is always my break, my chance to go out and put everything else that had happened in the day behind me and be with a group of people that I loved and learn how to push myself.
How have you handled that kind of balance now during the pandemic when you're not really able to go out and compete or athletically be on the field as much?
The pandemic has definitely taught me that I need to still carve out time in my day for those workouts, for that space for myself. And as a senior, that's such a valuable lesson to be learning now, because as I continue into my professional career, I'm learning I still need that time just as I do now.
I know you've also mentioned before about sports and athletics kind of helping you build your character development. Can you talk about that a little?
Yes. So the sports arena, the sports field, the track, wherever it was always the place where I was told that I could do more. And no matter how hard I was working, I was told I could still give more. And that's such an empowering lesson to learn at a young age and to carry forward into every other avenue. And to always have the mentality that you can give more, you can do better, you can continue to learn.
Speaking of character development, I think one of the biggest role models in soccer and sports overall has been Mia Hamm, one of your idols. Can you tell everybody about how you got interested in Mia Hamm?
Yes, so she was always held up as the player that worked very hard and was an amazing leader on and off the field. And I really looked up to that example starting in 3rd grade. When I first started playing, I went to the library and checked out a book from her and printed out random quotes from the book and stuck them on my wall. And they were all about, running to the end of the sideline and getting the ball when no one thought you could. And that was the model and the inspiration I had in my soccer career, and a model of work ethic and leadership that I still aspire to.
Another inspiration, not quite as serious, but your dog is named after Elle Woods. Can you tell everybody why Elle Woods?
Yes, so I loved Legally Blonde growing up, and now I want to go into international conflict resolution. So I plan to go to law school in a couple of years, and so I think that inspiration, that little nugget, came when I was in 3rd grade and naming my dog. So I guess it's just meant to be.
Yeah, so you're a double major, political science and global studies, and then you want to go into law. What is it about law in that really garnered your interest and made you want to go out in the world and, try and pursue that?
Yeah, so I've heard a lot about the way that lawyers think and the way that they tackle an issue and present it. Law school teaches you how to think like a lawyer, and I've been around a fair amount of lawyers in my life, and I've noticed how they think critically and realized that that's a level of critical thinking that I aspire to.
And then finally, I want to ask you, what is ripstick? I don't know what this is.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a skateboard. I don't know if people use them much anymore, but it has kind of 2 wheels that go back and forth. And I used to ripstick. My mom was kind enough to let us ripstick around the house growing up. So my brother and I would get on there, crash into walls, whatever it took. But it's so fun. You should try.
Oh, yeah. I'll make sure my medical insurance is up to date before I try that. And then finally, what do you love most about Principia College?
I love the sense of community, and that community is in the classroom, it's on the soccer field. There's just such a sense of warmth and love and acceptance and encouragement no matter where you go. And that community has kind of, as I talked about, really shown me that I can do what I aspire to, that I am capable. And it's so helpful to just have a network like that constantly reminding you.
And then finally, let's test your Spanish skills right here. Say something in Spanish to welcome somebody to Principia College.
Hola, bienvenido a Principia, al Colegio de Principia. Estoy muy alegre que estás aquí.
Perfect. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you, Tara, and best of luck in the future.
Thank you so much, Ryan.